Hi, good morning. How is everyone? So I'm just coming this morning, and how was everyone's weekend? So I'm coming this morning to talk about the fast that I had. I had a 3-day Esther fast over the weekend, and I will say it was no food, no water, and whew, you know. So yeah, let's get into it. So God was pretty much prompting me to do a 3-day Esther fast, and I did the 3-day Esther fast. So for the first day, no food, no water, of course, but I was in prayer a lot in my closet. I'll pray. And the second day, it was scripts, reading my Bible and praying. And also, I stayed away from the internet, from social media. So that's one thing that I did on the second day. The third day, again, was just prayer and scripts, prayer and scripts. So when we do these fastings, it draws us closer to God. It's an offering that we're giving Him, sacrificing our flesh and food and stuff like that. So we're giving an offering to God. And it was many times, like on the second, third day, it was kind of challenging for me. It was very challenging. Like, I was like, you think I can get a little grape or something, or get a little swig of water? And when I thought about it, I was like, no, because last time I did this fast, I ended up breaking my fast on the second day, and I was so disappointed with myself, guys. Like, I was so disappointed with myself because it was the second day. I only had one more day, and I could have completed this here fast, but the second day I ended up getting up and making some food for the kids, and I was like, oh, I'm hungry, and not good. So I prepped the kids food, and I'm just looking. I kept asking the kids, I was like, is the food good? And they were like, they told me over and over, they were like, yeah, mom, it's good, you should try some. I was like, no, I can't try any. And then I'll ask them again. I was like, is the food good? I was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting tempted with this food. So towards the end of that day, on the second day, I ended up breaking my fast because I ended up cooking dinner, and the food was smelling good, looking good. I ended up breaking the fast. So I excuse me. So then I end up pretty much, breaking the fast, and I was not feeling good about that. I was actually very disappointed in myself because I broke the fast, and that was not what I wanted to do. So I was telling my fiance, I said, I'm gonna do another fast this weekend. He fasts with me. He does fasting from morning from 6 a.m. till 7:30, but he'll do water. He'll do like a dry veggie, or either fruits until 7:30 the whole day. Me, I'm doing an Esther fast, so my fast is a little bit different than his. Mine's is more so um no food, no water, no nothing, pretty much. So my mouth is like cotton mouth, okay? So yeah, that's the 3-day fast I did over the weekend. Okay, and I do want to mention, when you're doing these fasts, again, this is an offering to God. So when you deliver a 2-day fast like I did the first time, it was like, you're taking him a small offering plate. And we have a big God who does amazing things for us in our lives. And he's just a graceful God, and we truly love him. I know I truly love him, and we don't want to take him a small offering. I know I believe it was Genesis, where Cain and the brother Abel, you know, Cain didn't bring a good offering, and I believe Abel brought a good offering to God. And it's some like similar to that. Like when we bring offering, we want to deliver a nice offering to God, not a small portion or something that's not too good. So when you do the full extent of the of your fast, it makes you feel good that you were able to accomplish something. Because on my third day, I felt really, really good that I was able to accomplish something, you know. And something that was big for me because it's big to God, you know. So I was proud about that. And one thing I will say, if you plan on doing a fast, it's kind of easier on the weekends because you know, you could set aside time. You don't have to work, or you don't, if you don't have work on those days, you don't work, you know, you don't have to go to doctor's appointment. You don't have to be out and about like that. So the weekend is a good 3 day fast for me that I was able to accomplish and complete. And I'm very, very proud of myself for doing that, because I'm telling you, sometimes it's not easy, but the more you do it, the easier it gets. So the first time, like I said, I broke it, but the second time around, I was able to complete it. The third day was a little difficult for me, but again, I stuck through it. Another thing God mentions, it mentions in the Bible, Matthew 6:16, is how to fast. So you know, when we go out and about, and you know, you're angry because you haven't eaten, or you maybe people can tell in your face that something's wrong with you because you know you're fasting. So sometimes you're not at the best. So that's why I say on the weekends, when you're not around too many people, and you could, you know, take some time in the house and just do your fast, is the best. It was best for me, maybe best for you all too, because like I say in the Bible of Matthew 6:16, it says here, whenever you fast, don't be gloomy like the hypocrites, for they make their faces unattractive, so that their fasting is obvious to people. So pretty much God is saying, you know, you don't want it to be obvious, to be obvious to people that you're fasting, and that you are unhappy while you're fasting, or you're hungry while you're fasting. You know, you don't want it to be like that. You want it to be like a normal day, and you're still functioning and good spirits and things like that, and know that you're doing it for a good reason and a good purpose. So, and in God, that's alone a good purpose. Okay. So again, it says, whenever you fast, don't be gloomy like the hypocrites, for they make their faces unattractive, so that their fasting is obvious to people. Truly I tell you, they have their reward. But when you fast, put oil on your head and wash your face, so that your fasting isn't obvious to others, but to your Father who is in secret. And your Father who sees in secret will reward you. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. So it's pretty obvious what that says here is, you know, um, pretty much is God who sees in secret. You don't have to go and broadcast, oh, I'm fasting, I'm fasting, I'm fasting. God sees you in secret, and he will reward you. Also, who sees in secret will reward you. So again, it says, I'm just going to read that 18, verse 18 again. It says, so that your fasting isn't obvious to others, but to your Father who is in secret. And your Father who sees in secret will reward you. All right. So there you have it. So just keep that in mind when you're doing your fastings. Um, you know how it works, and each time that you do it, you'll get better, because I noticed the first time I was always mentioning, you know, food, or I see food and I'd be like, ugh, I'm ready to eat. But again, that's not, you know, that's not a good look to look at it. So you want to rid the flesh, you want to get rid of the flesh, and God, he sees us on these fasts. So let me tell you this is another thing I want to mention. If you have any kind of he knows what conditions we have. So if God is coming to you and he's telling you, hey, you need to do a 3 day fast, no food, no water, God knows your medical conditions. He knows your health. He knows inside and out of you, you know. So if God is telling you to do this, trust me, he's not going to put you in any type of danger. Now, I was thinking that as well, like because of a condition that I have, but God has, I was kind of thinking about that in the midst of this. The first time when I was doing my fasting, I was thinking, my condition, is this going to make me feel weak, pass out, So that was in the back of my head. But God came to me again, and He told me pretty much He knows my condition. He, pretty much is not here to harm me. So He knows, and He, do this fast. You're going to be okay. That's pretty much what He was telling me. So I did the fast, and I was okay, and I made it through. And God, so pray, guys, pray to God, get connected with God, build a relationship, and yeah, He will start. You will. Some people can hear from God, some people can have visions and dreams. The connection, when you start praying and getting close to God, you will get your answers. You will get your answers that you're looking for. Okay. All right. So guys, everyone have a great week, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.